The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Eason. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at
no gain on the play there. 2nd down.
on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
At their own 20-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Las Vegas.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Polk, and that's off the mark, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
He's got it. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the Steelers.
Now he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
The Raiders.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too, because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. And the Raiders have got him.
Eason sack. Taken down back.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Intended for
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the 1st. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Lions. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And a Las Vegas 1st down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
And they give this time to the tailback. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
On the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
With one solid performance to kick things off, the press wanted to know if and how we could keep that up. But it was still preseason, and little did I know the impact my answer would have down the road. I got a note the assistant GM wanted to see me a few weeks later. I thought I might be in trouble, but it turned out to be something totally different. The assistant GM made his notes and thanked me. You can imagine my surprise when I read later that we'd actually signed him. The next day, we were doing the meet and greet in the locker room when coach came in and told us to suit up. We had a training plan, and once we had our cleats laced up and our helmets on, we hit the practice field.
Fellas, we're not done yet. We still got more practice to go. We've had a good week so far. Let's make sure we finish the same way. Sunday's opponent is a tough one, so we need to be great out here today, okay? Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited? We're only scratching the surface of our potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're gonna get to that next level.
The drills had shown us adding top-tier talent was only one part of the formula. We still had work to do. We were under the microscope, and I'd had to maintain my confidence if we were to make a good showing at our first regular season game.